What's up, guys? Chris here to do some predictions for the UFC on Fox 5. First off, got to say, as far as the UFC on Fox cards go, this is, at least on paper, by far the most stacked and the one that I'm most looking forward to. As far as the televised portion or the Fox fights go, Mike Swick, Matt Brown. I'll go with Mike Swick by decision. Roy McDonald, BJ Penn. Interesting fight, BJ's coming off that self-imposed retirement. Been out for a little over a year. Taking on Roy, BJ obviously got a much more established career, but he is a naturally smaller guy. The matchup somewhat reminds me of, obviously, BJ versus GSP. Not just because Roy is GSP's protege, I guess you would say, but he somewhat reminds you of a young GSP in terms of fighting style. I think McDonald will implement the same game plan that George did in the second fight with Penn. Take him to the ground, work top control, en route to a decision. I think BJ gets the better of it while it's standing, but I don't think it'll be up there long enough for him to get the decision or the knockout. Shogun versus Alexander Gustafsson. Shogun was in his prime and his best. I would pick him to win this fight, but he's got a lot of wear and tear. It took him 4 rounds to stop Vera. A fight where a lot of people thought he was going to destroy Vera, myself included. And he took a beating in that fight as well. So I just think all the wars and injuries that Shogun's had are catching up to him, even at a relatively young age. I don't think it's going to be a one-sided fight. I think it's going to be competitive, but I think the Mauler mauls Shogun en route to a decision win. As for the main event, fight that I'm really looking forward to, obviously because Nate Diaz is one of my favorite fighters, but regardless, just a good matchup. Ben Henderson defending his lightweight title against Nate Diaz. Henderson coming off that split decision win over Frank Edgar, a fight that I actually thought Edgar deserved the decision in. Nate coming off a second round guillotine over Jim Miller on UFC on Fox 3, I believe, main event. As for this fight, you can make a case for either guy. Ben has the edge in wrestling. Nate's a better stand-up fighter, definitely the better boxer. However, Nate's biggest weakness is his wrestling takedown defense and leg kick defense. And we saw in the second Henderson-Edgar fight that Henderson mixed in a lot of leg kicks, something that Nate will be vulnerable to. Hopefully Nate will be working on that aspect of his game. Him and Nick never seem to work on it, ever, as we saw in Diaz versus Condit. But if Nate can deal with that, I think he can outbox Henderson, put the pressure on him, deal with the Henderson's takedowns top game by going for his own submission attempts, guillotines, triangles from the bottom, guillotines on takedowns. I think he gets more done on the feet with his boxing, with his punches. Henderson's been skating by close decisions his past couple of fights. I don't think he does it here. I think Nate outworks him and does enough to get a split decision win, because I do think it'll be a close fight, and Ben has found a way to be able to make his decisions close, win or lose. So, see how it goes split decision, but I'm going to favor Nate Diaz to get it done. Not just because I'm a big fan, but because I think he will do enough in the judges' eyes to deserve this fight and this victory. Plus, 5-round fight, Diaz brothers, they seem to get stronger as the fight goes, so favor him to get stronger as the fight goes. Anyways, want to hear your guys' thoughts on this event? Are you looking forward to it as much as I am? What do you think about the fights I mentioned? Who do you pick them and why? And any other thoughts in general? That's it for now. I'll be talking about this event and more on this weekend Science of Violence radio show on Sunday. Can't catch it on live. Always catch it on podcast or on demand. That and all other links to Science of Violence related stuff, as well as my Twitter and the information for all of you as always. Till next time, I'm out.